Hi there, I'm Don.
And hi, I'm Cindy, and welcome to Pearls of Liberty for September 14th, 2013. We made it through Friday the 13th yesterday without a
Woohoo!
scrape, and
Woohoo!
hope you did too.
Yeah.
uh, there's been so much in the news this week, and it's hard to even pull something out just because there's so much. But we decided to draw back a little bit and focus on the idea of impeaching Obama. And one of the inspirations was this Benjamin Fulford interview on September 12th, 2013. In this interview, Benjamin is encouraging Americans to assert ourselves and take back our country. And just thinking about all this, it just kind of seems like the kingpin is Obama. And I'm not sure if the rest of the arrests can be made or if a lot of progress can be made as long as Obama is still holding his office.
Yeah, he is the figurehead and is an agent of the cabal, and he's been put in place because of his skills at deception. He is a master of deception. He will appear to go along with things that the people that really want to take our country back want, and some of them, even to the point of some people think that he's actually working for the good guys and he's baiting the bad guys. But no, he has too much bad fruit from stuff that he's done on his own, NDAA, and you name it, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, the thing that Obama, of course, we had this ramping up of impeachment initiative and a lot of stories, a lot of things in the news during all the month of August, and then magically, then we've got this Syrian war and war crimes prop up, false flag event, and Obama gets on the TV and gives a big speech the other night, and it's loaded with NLP stuff and hidden hypnosis techniques, and a lot of people like us can't even stand to listen to him because they know what's going on, and it's just so nerve-wracking to see all the deception. And there's actually an article that's out there, and this is one copy of it, or at least a portion of it. I think this is just excerpts, but there's the full PDF you can download from this link. And I actually read that before the 2008 election, so I knew what this guy was going in. And he is a master of NLP, uses it constantly in his speeches, all the slow talk, the cadence, the techniques of bypassing your conscious mind, going directly into your subconscious and changing things without you being aware of what you're giving consent to. So really bad stuff. Anyway, what's happening now is a war between the mind control and the people waking up. We're really at that tipping point, and these guys are not backing off. Just today, we did get news, and we'll make sure we link in there, that there is going to be an agreement where the U.S. will not use force in Syria. So that's a major milestone in the victory for waking people up versus the typical cabal technique of going to war in a crisis to get everybody to rally behind the president, etc.
Just for your enjoyment, here is a screen of a start page search of Obama impeachment and reasons for impeaching Obama. Because I wanted to do a search to find a good link, and this is really pretty amazing. Okay, this is time.com, White House petition, obviously, the case for impeaching Obama from the Atlantic. There are a lot of mainstream news articles here, ABC News, and this is definitely a newsworthy issue. And as you can see, as Don said, a lot of these links are late August, and then all of a sudden we have this crisis in Syria when talk of impeachment is ramping up.
Yeah, so you got to make sure that you've got your new high def digital TV when you tune into Obama so that he can effectively hypnotize you, and then you can be a part of the Borg and go along with the latest war. But you know what? It's just not working out for them the way that they thought it would. It really looks like that too many people are awake now, and just I heard the figure 12%, and we're right about there in terms of people seeing through all this nonsense. And it's not left, right. It's people that are for liberty and against tyranny. And yeah, it's happening. It's exciting.
So we just have a couple links about impeaching Obama. Now this says there's 51 reasons, but you have to sign up to get beyond 14. So I'm not exactly sure what the other 51 are, but that's a pretty impressive number if true. Many of these issues are things that everybody's aware of, but this 51 reasons has gone a little deeper. More typical is this list of 7 or 8, and this article is from The Atlantic, the case for impeaching Obama. Of course, they're not advocating, as The Atlantic, that Obama be impeached. They are the article is mostly about a new book by Klein that is suggesting that there are a lot of reasons for impeachment, and here are the main reasons. I mean, these are things that everybody talks about and knows about.
Yeah, they try to deal in this article and others with saying, stereotyping people and say, well, Klein is just a birther and that's all discredited. Well, more and more people are actually looking into issues like Obama's past and realizing, hey, wait a minute, this guy's not even qualified to be president, and we don't even know who he is, et cetera, et cetera. So the main thing that we're focusing on here is that the issue of Obama's impeachment has become a fulcrum in the tipping point. There are actually issues that Edwin Vieira addressed on the Alex Jones show about how can you impeach someone who's not even qualified or is holding the office illegally. And it's just a mess. It's just a total mess. And it's a mess on purpose. So there's all these side arguments that happen. But ultimately, the cabal manipulation can't overcome people that are waking up and just say no. That's really what it boils down to, is just saying no, and then all of their mind control techniques just don't work anymore.
We do have an article, Klein, online. This is the gentleman who's writing the book, and the title of the book is Impeachable Offenses. And here's some information from the author. And we're not promoting this book. Most people who are awake probably could write this book, but this book is another push that will bring more attention, more focus to the impeachment issue.
Yeah, the key thing here is this is all going mainstream. This is not fringe anymore. This is Americans that want their country back, that realize that things like Obamacare on the horizon are just going to be a death knell to the economy that's already on its last legs. So people are beginning to say, I want my country back, and it's not just the Tea Party, it's even a lot of liberals that recognize that Obama's really just a puppet of the military, industrial, pharmaceutical, agribusiness complex, and a total puppet. And as much as they would like to believe that he's wants to stand up for them, there really is no evidence for that. He's caved every step of the way, and has actually been a sellout from the start. So Americans are seeing through it, and that's encouraging.
Yeah, he's broken almost all of his campaign promises. I guess that's not unusual for a president, but it seems like they selected him with the hopes that people would have the finger pointed at them and be called racist if they said anything negative about him. But I think even that I think the PC thought control is beginning to wear rather thin. I think people are tired of not being able to express their true opinions because they're afraid it's not PC.
Racist.
Sure. Whatever you say. I'm just going to try to be nice and try to go along and not make any enemies, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that Obama was chosen for as the one to be in charge, the titular head of the failing American empire as the globalists brought it down. And that's what's going on now. And he's putting on the front that he is doing everything that's actually opposite to what he and the real powers that be are doing behind the scenes. So it's a master deception at work, not just one deceiver, but a whole plan that is in motion, but it's coming apart at the seams. Now, what there's going to be left to pick up and build from what's left is questionable because right at this point, we're just at the point where the wheels are falling off of the wagon, and the wagon of tyranny. And how much longer it'll be able to move forward remains to be seen, and what will happen when it collapses also remains to be seen.
So here is the article that Don mentioned, and I had not actually seen this yet. We just called it up. This is probably a good way to end today. We'll end with a bit of good news. It actually does say Syria deal reached U.S. to drop military threat. So that sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's from Al Jazeera, but you know that the fact that the Al Qaeda allied sources that most Americans say, well, these are the jihadis. They say Americans backing down, and they would be the people that would say the first to say America's not backing down. I would think so. Anyway, this looks pretty credible to me, and I believe Paul Joseph Watson has a story out or is working on a story, because I saw his Facebook post to this effect, that the U.S. was dropping the military threat. And I think then there is a peace deal that is in the works that people are going to be signing or have even maybe already signed. So this is, I think, a major tipping point. Whether or not Obama can posture well enough to save himself out of this remains to be seen.
Well, let's give a little woo to this agreement being reached, and now you have something to celebrate this weekend. And we hope that you are having a pleasant weekend, and we thank you for joining us today.
And as always, we encourage you to see the world the way that it really is, and to see yourself in it. Walk your walk. You are the one you've been waiting for.